video is proudly sponsored by DigimonCard.io for all your Digimon card, deck building, deck list, card pricing, and discussion needs. Hey everyone, Egman here with another video, and today we're going to look at the top 16 list for Core TCG's WEbcam regional that happened this past weekend. This is technically the second BT6 tournament that we have for this weekend, just because there were two. The attack one, if you are interested in those lists, that's also on the channel. I'll put a link in the description and at the end of the video too. But we've got the core one today and a little bit more variety than the attack one. We did also have a little bit more plays. We had over 400, and we had Dan Vang take it with Lord Nightmon of all things, which is, super funny. Like I was hoping, like, what, we've been in BT5 Lord Nightmon for like 3 months. New set, new stuff, and Lord Nightmon still takes the day, which is crazy for me. We're going to do a real quick recap, and then we're going to look at one deck from every archetype. If you guys are interested in all the decks, just hit the link in the description to this drive, and it will be all access. You guys can take any of the links, any of the deck lists that you want from there, but we're going to quickly look at it. We have Gobu Bond with 5 of in the top 16, which at the most, but honestly, Gobu Bond I think is just the good deck, but it doesn't win tournaments. If you want to get top 16, you want to run Gobu Bond, but the top place was Richard at 6th. We also had a couple of rookie rushes. We had some security control. We had some 3 Musketeers. We had Yellow Massimo, Jessmon, and Tidamon, respectively, and Lord Nightmon, of course, won the event. But very interesting. You're going to see through these decks too. I found it really interesting that Massimo was actually really used in a lot of these different decks, which is, I thought, was really cool. I like the card a lot, and it's weird how much has been added to, and I think people are kind of figuring out how to get around Gobu Bond a little bit, and there are some like card counters, especially with what yellow has to it. But let's just go into the list themselves. So here is Dan Vang's first place list. I think he's going to be dropping a video pretty shortly after I upload this one, or right before. So if you guys want to check his own thoughts on the deck, he probably can explain it a little bit better than me. So that will be on the video tab as soon as it goes live over here. But in the meantime, I think it's, I don't know, I've always liked Massimo with this list, and some crazy things with this one specifically is that it has 8 level 6s, which is huge. And then also 2 Chaosmon, so a very, very tight list. 3 TK, 2 Blinding Rays, and then you also do have 10 whole level 5s, which is also a lot of those boys as well. And then only running 13 rookies that you can digivolve with, and one is Falcomon, which you'd never ever want to. So I thought that was really interesting. You're also playing the 8mon for one of your level 4s. I guess just to hard cast it, which was interesting. But yeah, I thought this is very cool for what you're doing. I think Securiumon is also fantastic for what it does, and so you can be really aggressive. And then if you were playing against a deck that's more aggressive than you can have some defenses, which is nice. Mastamon can snipe life, but also you can recover with Lucamon, or you can use Starmons to pop something. Or you can use Pulsemons to keep it your turn, or Bushiagamon to win on that turn, being able to do 2 damage and go from there. I think is nice. And yeah, just a whole lot of variety for this deck. And piloted by Dan, so he's a champion as well. He's been doing super well on these online events, so no surprise he's someone who can do something very well with a deck like this. Moving right along, this is Ejection Wong's 3 Musketeers list. We've been seeing a lot of these 3 Musketeers kind of pop up. Some main differences I've seen with him using the Sora and Tenochi. I think this is actually the purple mat. I'll have to get that fixed, but that is this is almost actually no, it has to be the blue one, right? To play Kaustinen. Is that actually true? That's probably true. Dang, like just being able to I guess get extra memory if your opponent's hardcasting things, which is nice. And then additionally using Kaustinen, which is also a 7-drop. Interesting. I think that's really cool. It doesn't pop as easy. It goes back to hand, but I think Matt is like probably one of the easier tamers to do, and it gives you memory, which is nice. So that's a cool tech there. Then everything else I say is moderately standard. It looks like Zort Defeat is less popular for these 3 Musketeers decks, which is great for people who don't have them, as they're like one of the more expensive decks in the game. But or it's just cards in the game. And I've been kind of swayed on Nailbone. I played it first, and I didn't like Nailbone in the list. I thought there weren't as many targets, but I think being able to add like Vilemons and Genkuamon promote is just good. I think you kind of want to bump it up to maybe 2, but there are some cool plays you can do with that. But here's Three Musketeers. I think it's going to be doing well, and I'm really going to be interested to see if it can survive post Star Deck meta, if it can survive all the new stuff those kind of decks get. Next up, we do have Chelsea's Jessamon. This is the exact same list that she also got top 16 with for tax event the day earlier. So I don't have anything new to say from that one, but to a quick recap, I think Jessamon is strong at what it does, but it's desperately needing that consistency that it's missing out with some of the starter deck cards. So I think those will add it for people to play it. Some interesting choices. One, I think 7 Sistermons is high, but not like too high, but I normally go between 5 and 6. So 7's an interesting number there. The Gaussmon is nice to prevent, the reduction of devolution costs, which is cool. And then I think the rest is pretty standard. Also, you're already running a Gallantmon, so I'm assuming that you want to have the chance for the Guillimon that also comes to the starter deck, just to make this Digivolution a little bit easier for you if you want to go up it. Also, you only are running 11 rookies that can be besides the Sistermon Blanc, so that's crazy that they're able to do so well with so few in that regard. And then also just a couple, like using Red Reamer as one of your pop cards. This can pop a lot of different things, but I haven't seen this one played as much. So it's cool to see that it was still doing well to, back-to-back events and everything like that. So this list, congrats to Chelsea. And moving along, we do have this Security Control by Albert. I would say the adds to this one. See, we do see that Massimo, which I think is a great pick for these security control lists. And then especially since you're already kind of running a bunch of level 5 yellows, so Magna Angemon, Mistymon, you're all running 8 rookies, which is a little high for something like this, but being able to run, Salmons for the card draw and the cycle, or like the security cycle, which is good. Bushi Agumon is also just fantastic. And with, reinforcing memory boost, being able to get that extra memory for you to play Bushi Agumon to extend and win the game, I think is crucial. Izzy Joe is fantastic for the deck. Not only is it getting your memory, but you're able to get, you use your black cards, which are nice. And then also Zort Defeat and a single X antibody for that extra spice, I think is very strong. So this is I think yellow black security is what's really been taking off lately. There's a lot of other like variants of it, and where you can maybe put purple or red with it, but I think this is the standard for where we're at. Moving on, we do have, I would say, more of a Mastamon version of yellow, and like we've kind of like, yellow was pretty fluid on kind of its archetypes for BT4, BT5. War Greymon was pretty common in there. Mastamon was kind of common, and it's really just go up to your level 6 and kind of wreak havoc from there. The additions for this one that I like is that the Angemon to gain recovery when you play is really nice. There's Mastamon War Greymon to get some aggression and help self-awaken you. And then also the Dynasmon here to, I don't know, this is just a I don't know how I feel about this card. I feel like it works sometimes, and sometimes it just doesn't work. But when it does, it feels very good. So running 2 at that can't be terrible. Running 7 level 6s I think is high, but you're also not running any of the Chaos Mons, so you're probably okay. 2 Rise Greymons to help you play your TK Tamer, and it also gets some additional popping by the -2. Also, this isn't once per turn, so if you restand with War Greymon swing again, you can give something -4k. We also do have the Mimikon, which you can hard cast this for 2, essentially, because if you have 3 or fewer security, you can gain 2 memory when you play it. So you can hard cast it for 4, gain 2 memory back, and then go up your chain. Additionally, this is not you can do this with Mastamon as well. So if you need to make sure that Mastamon keeps it your turn, you can do that and go from there. So that could be very good for you, and I think kind of a good tech for the deck moving forward. And then also this Wizardmon, when a card is moved from your security stack, gain 1 memory, which just means that your Mastamon is a Digivolution for 3 with this underneath it. And I believe your Dynasmon also gets the reduction as well, because it says when Digivolving, trash the top card of your security stack, then reveal top 6 cards of your deck to add 2 level 6 or lower Digimon cards among them to your hand, then trash the remaining I mean, when a card is removed from your security stack, if you have 3 or fewer, you get to recover 1 as well. So that's all good. I think that's strong. And I like this deck a lot. I like what it's doing. Next up, we do have Richard Mendez's Gobu Bond right here. And this is kind of the more of the ancient version of it, because you do run the ancient chain. And I think this is, a lot of this kind of variant of it has lost a little bit of favor. People kind of just do the pure Gabumon version, but there is just like a lot of synergy that makes sense with the deck. Strabimon being able to find tamers, which you desperately need, going into your Lobomons, and going from there is not too bad. Additionally, you're able to, if you're able to go to Ancient Garurumon and then keep it your turn on another 3 Digivolves, so if you have 6 memory in 1 turn, which isn't terrible with Davis and Matt. If you have Davis, Matt out, and a memory boost, and then you push up a Gabumon that turn, you already have your 6 memory, and then you can also have Hammer Sparks to help you out. But being able to do 3 damage is a lot for 1 turn. Just 3 big swings, and the Gobu Bond is able to pop things. Also, it becomes 4 swings if you have the Gobu Bond that restands as well. So it can just be a big extension, and I don't know. There's always stuff to do with this deck. I think that's nice, and there's a lot of routes for you to get your outs for. So I think it's doing well. We'll be interested to see if with the new memory boost stuff and everything else, if people still want to try the version with the hybrid cards, or they just want to go straight into just a more standard version of it. But here is this list. Next up, we do have a Titamon. So this is Kevin Ambler's version of Titamon, and you do see another Massimo. Oh boy, my favorite card. I don't know. I really enjoyed the Kinkuamon package. It has, I think it's just fantastic for what it does. Being able to get some pressure out, gain some card advantage. The Kinkuamon just itself, like this card is fantastic for what it does. Being able to gain a memory every time you trash a card means that you can get a whole lot of memory reduction on your turn. Over several turns, obviously it's a once per turn, but it just means like this Lady Devimon becomes a Digivolve for 2, which is cool, and just kind of go from there. Titamon is fantastic, being able to use also Blackwood Groundmon. This can make it like raising Blackwood Groundmon, using its effect to play a 3-cost rookie, and then going into Titamon on top of it means you get a play of 4. So you have like a 6. You have Titamon, you have a 3 out, you have a 4 out, and then this can like pressure game on the next turn by doing 4 damage with the Blackwood Groundmon restand. I think it's all very powerful for what it does. We do have the Underworld's Call. We do have Glaive Memory Boost as well, because Purple does have a Memory Boost without the starters. And from there, I'm surprised they're not running any of the... does this Itmont proc with this, right? Or just have to be from your hand? Yeah, it has to be from your hand. So Itmon doesn't pop any of these, but it's just to fill the hand for Jackraid, I believe. Because this also needs to be trashed from hand. Yeah, from hand as well. But very strong deck. I like purple a lot. Purple is probably one of my favorite colors, so it's cool to see this one do so well. And then lastly, we have Rookie Rush. I don't have much to say because I've talked about Rookie Rush and almost this exact build since BT5 has come out. It's another deck like Lord Nightmon, I guess, that just can't be put down immediately, and so it's good. It's strong. If you are I don't know. I don't have a lot of shame for people who play decks that they're on a budget, and if they don't have that, so I don't think Rookie Rush is a problem. I think especially BT6, there's a lot more ways to take care of it, and there's a lot more decks. And honestly, Gobu Bond is like just a better Rookie Rush. Sometimes it does kind of the same thing. It's just very, very good and very aggressive. So that's kind of how I feel about that one. But that's going to be it for me. Here are all the lists. Once again, it's in the description of this video. Shoutouts to Core for giving me these lists to give to you guys, and for running the event as always. Very good. I wish I was free to do the commentary for it, but it just didn't work out, especially with the Dragon Ball Super or World Finals that I was doing that weekend. But I'm very much looking forward to the next one. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.
Damn it.